Hello, busy single parents. It's me, your favorite transformational speaker and author of Life According to the Busy Single Parent, Success Stories and Solutions to Bring Calm to Your Chaotic World. Well, guess what? I got to give it up to you because you did it another week that you've gone through being a single parent. Let me tell you, that life is not so easy. And when I say busy, what do I mean? Busy single parent, that's the parent that's working a full-time job, or maybe you're running a full-time business, or maybe you're like myself, a parallelpreneur, where you have your corporate job and then you have your business. And then, like me, you have those children to take care of. Now, the beautiful thing about it is, guess what? You will always be their mama. You'll always be their daddy, whatever single parent that you are, because they will always need us. So regardless if you're the single parent for the minors, or if you're the single parent for the majors, that's the adults, right? So it's so important just having that relationship. We talked a little bit a couple of weeks ago about boundaries, right? And setting those boundaries. And now we're doing a little journey. I'm dipping into my book, Life According to the Busy Single Parent, which is an anthology. An anthology has several different authors that are working or writing on a common goal or a common theme. So in our book, Life According to the Busy Single Parent, I've shared some stories from some of the authors. I started off, and we're going in the order that we are listed in the book. So my story was first, and I shared some solutions and lessons learned. And then last week, we had Andrea Riley talking about co-parenting. There's a lot of good tips just hearing her life stories. This week, we're going to listen to LaChanda Miles, and she talks about the single parent desperate for God. So I'm going to share some excerpts from her chapter. And remember, if you want to get the whole kit and caboodle, just go over to my website at miaspeaks.com, and you can purchase your copy today. And I will send you an autographed copy and a little something special also. So let's jump right in. Again, The Single Desperate for God Parent by LaChanda Miles. Being a single parent has both challenges and rewards. It can leave you helpless at times, but also can make you one of the bravest individuals in the world. Being the sole and primary caretaker of a human being, someone who will trust you and depend on you for everything, is a tasking job, but also one of the most noblest things that you can do. Parenting is sacrificial, especially because you have to put your own needs and wants aside for your children. In my earlier years as a single parent, I went through a lot of things as a single woman parenting 3 boys. It was no easy task. Family was there to assist. I am so grateful for that. My boys had me going here and there and sometimes everywhere. My boys had me going to football games, track meets, basketball games, school plays, musicals, singing competitions, homecoming, prom. Well, you get the idea. I was busy. Trying to be at more than one place at the same time was obviously impossible to do. But somehow, some way, God made a way. There were times that were financial battles, not enough money to pay for the mortgage at times, being so behind that I almost got a foreclosure notice, the repo guy following me up to my garage to take my car. Those were difficult times, but again, God carried us through. Fast forward to now, my older 3 boys are now men. One is a college graduate, and he's a newlywed. I believe he's married now. Just a little side note, up to date. He's married and a father. This is like a year ago. The other 2 are still in school, figuring it out. And now I have a 5-year-old boy. Yes, I started over. His father and I were together, but decided to end our relationship. So now we co-parent. In the midst of this, we noticed that our son was not progressing and doing things as the other children his age were. Of course, with the concerns we had, we went to have him tested. It was unbeknownst to me at the time that everything that I faced with my older children would somehow prepare me for what I was about to face. The diagnosis. As I sat in a room waiting to hear from their diagnosis was regarding my soon-to-be 3-year-old son. All I could do was pray and think good thoughts. I didn't know what to expect or what they would say. I just knew that I wanted everything to be all right. We all sat at the table, his father, we were together at the time, and I with counselors, psychologists, and teachers as if we were at a boardroom meeting. Just then I heard one of them say, "We have determined that your son has autism, a developmental disorder of variable severity that is characterized by difficulty in social interaction and communication and by restrictive or repetitive patterns of thought and behavior." The definition is from the Oxford Language. Now, I had no idea exactly what autism was. I had heard of it, but never thought about it. And there it was, staring at me in my face. The feeling of hopelessness and heartbreak filled my very soul. My son was now classified and labeled as a child with special needs. Tears welled up in my eyes, and I wanted to break down. How do you handle something like this? How do you deal with the fact that your child right now doesn't understand or can't even fathom what is happening around them? Tears, tears, and more tears. My God. I was so hurt, just hurt. I felt helpless. Not only was I dealing with this diagnosis, but also having to deal with the fact that his father and I were not working out. There was so much difficulty and pain in the home, and it was not working. And I was through with trying to make it work. It was wrong anyway, the whole relationship, the whole thing. And it was just something that God would not allow. The more I tried to hold on, the more I believed he being God, was trying to tear it apart. I say that because I had stayed in that relationship and in that environment. Not only would I have not been in the will of God, but things would have been a lot worse. Then she goes on to starting over. So if you want to read the whole story, you have to reach out, but I will give you the conclusion. The last paragraph. Yes, I am a single mom for now. Yes, my son was diagnosed as being autistic for now. Yes, there are a few issues that he has for now. And I know that at the end of the day, it is well. So read more about LaChanda's story and what she did in starting over, how her faith was tested, and then the lessons that she learned. Again, you can go over to my website at miaspeaks.com and you can connect with me there to order a copy. And as I'm talking about these authors, I'm going to tell you something. I'm not a selfish person. This platform is not just for me. It's not just for the busy single parent, but with a project like this, it's also about these authors. So maybe as I'm reading through someone's story and you're like, wow, I need more. That's where I'm at. I'm in this. Maybe you're a person that's having problems with co-parenting. Maybe you're a person that your child has been diagnosed recently, or maybe this is the journey that you're on right now, and you may want to reach out to these authors. Most of them, and I believe she is also on Facebook. Yes, I know that she's on Facebook, so you can reach out to her. LaChanda Miles and AJ Riley, both are on Facebook, so you can message them or just send me a message and I will connect you. All right, I'll do what they call it, a warm introduction. So again, sometimes the best solutions or the best connections are those that are going through things that we have gone through, which is why I am doing this on creating this platform for the busy single parent, so that we can offer success story solutions. And then later, maybe there are also tips and other things that we can do as we are building out this BSP, busy single parent community. All right. So thank you for joining me this Sunday as we talked about or looked into the lives of one of our authors in my book. Again, you can go to miaspeaks.com to purchase this book. Now, you know, I cannot get off this TikTok without saying, or this platform without saying, don't forget to take 5 minutes for you, whatever that is, journaling, walking, being quiet, eating something healthy, staying hydrated. Take 5.